Hi there, Heather here at Creative Faith Art Studio, and today I'm going to do a little junk journal with me entry in my journal. I have been writing in my journal lately, but it's been mostly just writing, so I thought today I'd try to do something a little fun. I went to a hard cider tasting with some friends of mine in the last couple weeks, and I also had kind of a fun cake that I got to do at the grocery store that I work at. So I received a thank you note, and I'm just gonna put that in my journal. I just trimmed off the excess, like the torn edge of the envelope, and I'm gonna tape that down using double-sided tape to make a little pocket on this page. I actually end up messing that up, and I put a little glue something down over it to give a little background to that page, but whatever, I still like it and it serves its purpose. So I realized the envelope's a little bigger than the page that I put it on, so I just trim off the excess and just make it kind of a little tuck spot then. And then I got this paperang printer. Melanie at Moonside Parlor had recommended it in one of her posts on Instagram, and so I ended up getting one, and I do really like it. It just prints a little tiny, it's almost like a receipt printout of your pictures, but you can connect it via Bluetooth right to your phone. So I bought one, and I do like it. It wasn't terribly expensive either. I mean, it was expensive, but not, relatively speaking, it wasn't like, $600. So this is my little Yoda cake that I made at the store for a wedding, and I just printed it out on the little paper that came with the paperang, and then I folded some fabric over this tag just to give it a little decoration, and I add some distress ink on the sides to kind of, dirty it up a little bit, because I don't like anything just to be white. So there's that, and I tuck that in there, and then I'm going to go back to this other page, and these were labels actually that from the cider tasting that they had out on one of the tables, and I collected a few other things, but in my travels that day I ended up something got crunched in my purse, and so I didn't keep anything else other than this stuff. But I want to put a little background on this page, so I use my PVA glue and just paint that all over the page, and then I glue down some tissue paper from some packaging from a shipment that I received, and some fabric, some scrap fabric that I really like, and then just kind of decoupage that down to cover up that white paper. I don't know what my problem is with white paper, but it's just it's too white. So I just have to cover it up. Oh. So we wrap that around the other side, and had I thought about it, I would have put something, over, between the pages, so I didn't get glue on everything. But it wasn't actually as bad as it was bad at first, but then it dried pretty fast, so I didn't have to worry too much about pages sticking together. But I would highly recommend that you put like a big piece of paper between the page you're working on and the page that you're gluing on, so you don't do what I just did. So I stick my labels down, and then I have nice space to journal. I use that paperang printer, and I print out a couple of the photos that I had taken from the day, so there they are. And see, they're not it's not like a color photo, obviously, but I think they're kind of neat. And this I printed on, I purchased some sticker paper, so it prints on like right on a big sticker, and I just thought that was really kind of cute. We ended up going to this little kind of restaurant bar out in the middle of nowhere that had super fantastic breakfast, and I had crab cakes Benedict, and I had never had anything like it before. But it was awesome. And then to decorate that other page a little bit, my mom actually sent me this she's been cutting out little images from greeting cards and magazines and just ripping things out. And so when I go see her, she's got this little collection of ephemera that I can use for my journaling. So this is a little bit of flowers that she tore out of a magazine. And so I tape that down or glue that down onto my page after I put a little distress ink on that notebook paper. And this is where I close up that pocket. I didn't mean to do that, but it works out fine because I have the other little piece of it. But, what a nice thing for my mom to do for me. And then it also just, I had never thought of doing anything like that. So I've been buying a lot of different, old books and I have magazines. And so yeah, it was a nice little reminder when I got that little package to be like, oh, of course you can, tear stuff out of different things. And so I went through some magazines that I was going to get rid of and just ripped out pages that I liked some of the images out so I could actually recycle the magazine but keep the pages that I liked. So, and now I'm just going to take a little time to journal. So now that that's done, I decide to add a little bit of decoration to the other page. In the late summer, I had picked some of the flowers from my garden, and I showed my youngest boy how to press flowers. Not that he was that interested, but he kind of did like it. We just set it between two big stacks of books in layered napkins, and I don't have a fancy flower press or anything. But then I took them downstairs and laminated, and I was a little disappointed with the way they turned out. But as far as the laminating goes, they're really wrinkly, but I do like the way they look when I lay them over a page. So I staple one on that other page, and then I just am kind of looking at everything to see if I want to put anything else in there. And then I do a little doodle on this other page, just because I'd been thinking a lot about my work and what I do, that's not my computer work that I do. And someone asked me what my dream job would be, and I said I would like to be do something creative every day. I would like to be somewhat artistic every day. I want to be productive, like where you actually make something that people can use and enjoy. And I want to be around nice people. And so in that conversation, I realized that I actually really kind of have my dream job in the bakery at the grocery store, which, a lot of people don't think is very glamorous, but doesn't matter. It makes me happy. So yeah, I just doodle a little bit about that, and then that is my entry. So thanks so much for stopping by my channel and watching this video today. I really appreciate you taking the time to do that. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.